boogie, set up, drop the boogie. Ball with the ball, the bang, the dang, diggy, 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 set the boogie, set up, drop the boogie. Ball with the ball, the bang, the dang, diggy, 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 set the boogie, set up, drop the boogie.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Rockingham in the United Kingdom for 68 laps of racing here. It is the GoPro 500 chase race number 5 for the Mountain Dew Voltage Cup Series. Getting the pole today is Chaser Zachary Rogers, and beside him is somebody he battled with last week at Daytona, Stephanie Vanas starting in second. John Lanier starting third with hometown driver Sean Galligan starting in fourth. Then we got two more chasers, Michael Naylor, Allison Rogers, row 3, Ryan Shea, Michael Santos, row 4, with Adam Rogers and Logan York in row 5. Other notables, Nico Trigali starting in 11th, Cavanero starting in 16th, Alves, who won last week, starts 20th, part-timer Eric Carla starting 21st, part-timer Robert Rogers starts 23rd, Logan Scott 25th, Tilton 26th, Cody Russell, who leads the points, starts 27th. Nolan Bergeron 31st, Dion 32nd, Greg Lyons 34th, Michael Parker 37th, Peter Sands 38th, Peggy Bowling 41st, and the part-time series winner, Max Newirth, starting in last. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chasers starting in the top 10 yet again. And it's the third straight week we've had at least 5 chasers start in the top 10. A note, next week we'll be heading to Dubai, and that is on another continent. That is in Asia, and I forget, Dubai is in what, India? I forget where exactly Dubai is, but anyway, don't know who's sponsoring that race yet. But this race is going to be long. The part-timers race took 20 minutes, and that was 34 laps. So this could be possibly the longest race of the season besides probably the finale. And just a heads up for the lengths, Dubai will be the last 15% race, and therefore for part-timers that will be the last 5% race. Then it's 20s the next 3, and then the finale's 25. So get ready for some longer races, boys. As the cars head off the pit road, we will get you to the start of today's race. We get ready to go. Green Flag Racing. Zachary Rogers not the only one sponsoring Mountain Dew Whiteout. Logan Scott sponsoring that as well. And as we'll be entering the final 5 races, it has been announced that Mountain Dew Baja Blast will be sponsoring the Cup race at Dubai next week. The part-timers race has been undecided on sponsorship. As they come out of turn 4, green flag is out. The GoPro 500 is underway. And Zachary Rogers with a good clean start. As they head out of turn 1. John is side by side with Stephanie Vanas. Remember, a lot of drivers hit that wall coming out of turn 2. So far, so good. Sean Galligan getting himself down to the bottom, looking for second place on John Laniers. As lap 1 is done. We had a wreck on lap 2 in the part-timers race as Stephanie Vanas is looking for 4th. Naylor up 4th, and John Laniers running the best second place right now as Galligan charging up through the front here as John Laniers just hit the wall. And now Naylor's going to make it 3 wide into turn 4, giving Galligan a little more of a high line advantage over John Laniers. as Galligan will take second. Naylor is looking for third. Naylor will take third, and Adam Rogers is looking for fourth now as Naylor and Galligan got on the wall. And Adam Rogers is going to try to take second. Well, he took third. Now he's looking to maybe take second place. There's that high side lane there again, and here comes Vanas on the bottom, making it 3 wide. Still green flag racing as Zachary Rogers extends it to a 1.28 second lead, and they were 3 wide, almost 4 wide as Stephanie Vanas takes second place. John Linares runs into the side of the 30 car, and here comes Ryan Shea up to the front. Vanas now clearly in second, John Linares in third as the other drivers are battling it out. And I don't know, I think we might have maybe just had a wreck. No lights on, they're just spacing it out. The field, Max Newworth making his way through the field here. Yeah, there's just a bit of a spacing there. But good racing so far, and somebody just got spun. Tony Vieira and Kate Rogers got really close, and there they go. Michael Beeson is involved. Eric Harala. Oh, Nico Tringali, Benjamin Tilton. Brenda Rogers, James Moore, and Henrietta Fitzwater. Caution is out. Zachary Rogers leading. Vanas second, John Linares third, Ryan Shea fourth, and Adam Rogers is fifth. Brenda Rogers smoking. She is done. Benjamin Tilton is done. Peggy Bowling has damage. Logan Scott with damage. Michael Amato seems to be done. Henrietta Fitzwater, Michael Beeson. And I thought I saw Nico Tringali got some damage there too. And he might have been. I'm not sure. Ooh, Michael Parker's got some hood damage. So let's see what led up to that wreck. We saw maybe the 71 almost went off the track as everybody's going to come down the pit road, except for the 2 car apparently. Some others are staying out too. So let's see what caused our first caution of the day. Here it is. Kate Rogers gets right into that quarter panel of Tony Vieira. They almost lose it. They ended up correcting it. And then what happens is, I think, Kate Rogers comes up right into Eric Harala, and that will send Beeson into the wall. So Tringali was involved there. And then Henrietta Fitzwater nowhere to go. There's Tilton getting involved. Michael Amato gets involved. There's Peggy Bowling's damage. Logan Scott gets some damage there. And the Rogers is going to hit the back of the 00. Lost a lot of chasers there, though. Benjamin Tilton, Logan Scott, Peggy Bowling. Michael Amato's not a chaser, but he got some damage. Well, that was interesting. So let's get you to restart. Ready to go back. Green flag racing. Drivers out of the race. Brenda Rogers, Peggy Bowling, Benjamin Tilton, Henrietta Fitzwater, Michael Beeson, Jim Morton, and Stephanie Vanas, who was having a good run. I don't know if many of you know, the pit road here, the wall can tend to jut out, and sometimes people misjudge it, and they scrape it. Other times after a race, they'll just full-on barrel into it. And if we see green flag pit stops, that could come to decide who wins the race. Anyway, Michael Amato is a lap down. Now, the top 7 drivers stayed out. That is John Linares, Ryan Shea, Adam Rogers, Michael Naylor, Robert Rogers, Greg Lyons, and Nico Tringali. Then Zachary Rogers 8th, Allison Rogers 9th, and Sean Galligan 10th. So those 7 know they really only need 1 stop, and then they can stretch it. But we saw people in the part-timers race failing to stretch their gas. 9 laps down, 59 to go. Green flag is back out at Rockingham. Just as a reminder of how I rate my tracks, you could have good racing at a track, but pit road can, like the way the pit road entry is, if they're hitting the wall, it can just screw the track over completely. As Ryan Shea looking to take the lead from his teammate, which he will. Now it's 3 wide behind them, almost, as Adam Rogers taking second. Naylor going to take third. The other drivers getting held up by the slow car of Michael Amato. There's last week's winner, Austin Alves, all the way up here. Zachary Rogers already back up to 6th. As he leads the cars that pit. As Galligan really scraped the wall hard that time. Meanwhile, Adam Rogers taking the race lead, and let's see if we can find the E24 car, and it looks like he's going to come out of people's way here mostly. So we might go into a spring of green flag running. Michael Naylor almost turned Adam Rogers. Adam Rogers gets in the wall, that's going to spin Michael Naylor. Oh, look out. Oh, they're wrecking behind them. Amato's involved. Micah Kidney, Kate Rogers, and Frank Hopkins. And James Morton collided with somebody there. Scott Greeny's got damage. I wonder if there was a separate incident. Adam Rogers is your race leader. And where did the 3 car go? He's on pit road too. He's got roof damage. What happened to him? Well, we're going to have to look at this. Mentioned seeing Allison Rogers go by Zachary Rogers. Austin Alves is one of his buddies, but is sometimes an ass to him. Comes right up into him with a head of steam. He's going to turn the 3 car. We mentioned this about Booyaka Dragons races here. Rogers pounds the inside wall with the right side. And then this is where it gets ugly. He comes right back up. Gets the new width. Then Benjamin Dion's going to spin and hit him right into Scott Greeny. And then somehow these people avoided them. Now we saw what happened to Michael Naylor. Now what happened to Kate Rogers and others? Ooh, Kate Rogers gets in the Logan Scott, turning her right down in front of the 41 car. And they're just going to spin Micah Kidney. Frank Hopkins, nowhere to go. Frank Hopkins. Ooh, Frank Hopkins hits the wall hard there. And there's Carol Morton, gets a shot. Ooh, right into Michael Amato. And then James Morton came along here somehow. Looks like Kidney was just trying to go, and James Morton just could not get out of the way, and he would slide right into the 41 there. So a lot of drivers' days are probably done now. Let's take a few onboards here. Let's ride on board with chaser Michael Naylor. Ooh, and that's where he gets spun out. Contact with Michael Amato. Riding on board with Season 3 champ and current season chaser, Zachary Rogers. What doesn't look like a lot of damage turns out to be much more, and his day is done. Let's get you to the restart. Getting ready to go back, green flag racing. Drivers now out of the race. Michael Amato, James Morton, Frank Hopkins, chasers Benjamin Dion, Zachary Rogers, and Michael Naylor. And Steve Cavallo, I was talking about it, people hit that pit road entrance divider there, and he hit it. Smoke, done. Scott Greeny now a lap down. Peyton Goodwin was the only driver to stay out. The rest of your top 10 rundown, we got chasers. Peter Sands, 2nd. Nico Tringali, 3rd. Then Ryan Shea, 4th. Eric Caralla, 5th. Charlie Nair, 6th. Allison Rogers, 7th. Logan York, 8th. Nathan Rogers, 9th. And Greg Lyons is 10th. Points leader entering the day. Cody Russell is currently 21st. Now, Zachary Rogers, Michael Naylor, Benjamin Tilton, those are 3 chasers entering today that were within that 47-point barrier that we were talking about for the last race of the season, where if you're inside that 47-point barrier, points get reset, and all those drivers were raced for the championship. So this could hurt their shots here considerably, but we are only at race 5. As Peyton Goodwin and Peter Sands racing relatively good. They are teammates this season and next season as well, I believe, as the 32 was going to be taken up by Go Fast Racing. Right now, Peter Sands takes the lead. He has not won a race this season. Remember, we were talking back at Michigan. He had a shot, but fuel strategy, Mike Kidney got spun, and his chances went up in smoke. And ooh, Peyton Goodwin almost took him out, and he almost spun himself out as well there. So we have a lot less drivers now. Where is Scott Greeny? There's Scott Greeny. A lot less drivers on the racetrack now. So hopefully they can keep it green. But right now, as they go, Peter Sands in the lead. Looking for that first win as he almost got on the wall there. John Linares, another chaser, coming up to third. Nico Tringali, the Season 2 champion, is going to come up to fourth. There's another chaser, Allison Rogers. Greg Lyons, all the chasers rushing to the front. Michael Santos is on his way up here. Here's Cavanero. There's Alves. There's Bergeron. There's Cody Russell. Parker. And that's about it. Logan Scott has no hood, so his slow. And Karen Vieira seems to be really slow. She's 3 seconds off. Where you catch a slow car could decide if you win the race or not. At this point, though, and this track, it's more like pit road is dangerous itself. As we're only 20 laps in, we still have a long ways to go. Peter Sands clearly out front, though, for now. John Linares just scraped the wall there a little bit. Allison Rogers in third. Nico Tringali coming up looking for fourth, maybe looking for third as well. But Nico Tringali getting the advantage there as the outside lane got a little loose that time. And they're all fighting up here for a position as Michael Santos is going to look to make it 3 wide. 3 wide is not a good idea in turn 2. So Allison Rogers backs out. Nico Tringali getting in the wall now. And he loses a lot of spots there. Ryan Shea up to third. John Linares in second. Peter Sands is the leader. Fastest lap has gone to Michael Santos. But John Linares is that second fastest lap. Peter Sands' lap ranks 25th. John Linares not catching Peter Sands at the moment, though, as the drivers here still battling positions continue to hit the wall. As Max Newworth, who won the part-timers race, he started 42nd today, and he is now up to third place. But Michael Santos wants to keep that spot. And all these chasers that are at the top now know, with Tilton finishing 40th, Rogers finishing 31st, and Naylor finishing 30th, this is their chance to go get a top 10 and make that deficit bigger. Because right now, anyway, Cody Russell has about a 13-point lead over second in points. And considering that, they all want him to do relatively bad, though. Right now, he is kind of making his way up through the field, but also not. Michael Parker does have hood damage. And Logan Scott has no hood, so... Logan Scott with no hood, just running not that bad of a lap time, though. Karen Vieira is the one running really slow. Peter Sands and John Linares are the only ones running relatively good, though, right now. The rest of the field still jockeying for positions, as now Austin Alves moves his way up to 5th. Austin Alves got a 6th career victory last week at Daytona, putting him tied 2nd on the all-times win list. Him and Karen Vieira have 6 apiece. Steve Cavallo has 7. And Cavallo has not won yet this season. Greg Lyons, a rookie, in the chase, has not won at all yet this season either. And as he pounds the wall, you can really pound the wall here. It's Michael Santos and Peyton Goodwin and others are capitalizing on that. And look at all of them. All of these guys have right side damage. And I thought Sean Galligan was about to turn Nathan Rogers right into the wall. But John Linares is continuing to gain ground on Peter Sands. I don't know if many of you know, I don't know who plays this, but I recently got in the Need for Speed World at the beginning of the month. And I'm glad I did because they're planning to shut it down. There's some petition up, but when you only have like 7,000 signatures, I don't really think you're going to bring back a game where they're like the popularity's down and the whole world plays it. So, who knows? I'm just been playing that a lot over this vacation week, trying to beat my buddy, trying to prove him Mustangs suck. But you know, Peter Sands just put down, and that is Peter Sands is who I'm talking about. Peter Sands catching up to Karen Vieira here, and it looks like he's going to catch her in the right spot on the front straightaway. We're going to take a break here, and we'll be back in a moment. Caution flag is out for the third time today. We just had a huge wreck, and I saw some of the people are involved. Tony Vieira is involved, Galligan, Cavanero, Nathan Rogers, and Chris Washer. That will make it interesting. Let's watch pit road and see who, if anybody, hits that wall there. Peter Sands clobbered it in. John Linares sliced into it himself. Shea hits it and Shea gets stuck. Shea's car is still not teleported. And now Allison Rogers hit it and she ended up teleporting anyway. Robert Rogers hits it. Carol Morton hits it. Greeny hits it. Oh my god. Where is Peter Sands? Oh, there he goes. Peter Sands is off. So let's see what caused our third caution of the day. We saw the same exact thing, except Zachary Rogers was going a lot slower. Greg Lyons is going to do the same thing here to Nathan Rogers. A lot more up on his car, though. So Nathan Rogers spins out. He hits the wall kind of a lot harder. Oof. And he is just going to come right back up. And Chris Washer nowhere to go. There's Galligan getting involved. There's Cavanero getting involved. Then Tony Vieira is going to clip Cavanero. And that's all she wrote. So a massive 5-car accident. So let's go on board with Nathan Rogers here. Getting on board with Nathan Rogers in the cockpit. And there can be nothing worse than watching yourself slide back onto the track with oncoming traffic coming your way. Let's get to the restart. Getting ready to go back, green flag racing, and I don't know if we're going to come back here next season. This is kind of reminding me of Bullet. I mean, the racing here is a lot better than Bullet. Maybe we'll see if we can tone the percentage down on the racing, see if that makes it better. Anyway, drivers now out of the race. Nathan Rogers, Scott Greeny, Chris Washer, Karen Vieira, Tony Vieira, and Carol Morton. So we got 22 drivers left on track. We saw John Linares hit the wall. He's down to 22nd now, last car on the lead lap. Galligan and Cavanero are continuing. Top 10 rundown. Peter Sands still leads. Nolan Bergeron without his hood. I have no idea how he's in second then. Adam Rogers third. Peyton Goodwin fourth. Michael Parker in fifth. Cody Russell sixth now. Michael Santos seventh. Eric Carl eighth. Max Newworth 9th, and Kate Rogers 10th. So the pace car will head down pit road yet again, and we're going to get ready to go back racing with 35 more laps to go. Peter Sands doing a good job so far, but you know, unless you can pull away, Rockingham's a tough place. So the green flag is back out, and we're seeing now how Bergeron's hood is affecting his performance. Peter Sands will pull away, and you can see that Bergeron does not have as strong as a car as Peter Sands. As Peyton Goodwin will try to pass him by for second place. Let's see, Galligan's slow, and Galligan's going to come into pit road, but I think he's going to... No, Galligan actually made it into pit road, but Galligan pitting. John Linares is slow, that Karen Vieira was. Everybody else seems decent. But Ford's running in the top three right now as Peter Sands leads it. Peyton Goodwin closing in second. Peyton Goodwin hasn't won since season 2. He is the only other driver that's won 4 races in a season. And he has not yet won again since then. Him and Michael Amato. But he's closing in on Sands, and Sands hits the wall. And Peyton Goodwin will go by to take the race lead. Still a long ways to go, though, so who knows who's going to win this race. As Michael Parker getting pressure from Eric Caralla, and points leader Cody Russell up here. And a win could really help, but you got to remember, after this, Dubai's a road course. If Cody Russell starts way in the back at Dubai, I mean, you need good pit strategy if you're going to gain there. But then you got Coca-Cola, you got Atlanta. Those are big speedway tracks, very fast tracks where you could get in a wreck. And they already caught Sean Galligan because he pit. And Sonoma's another road course that's a freaking Wreckfest. But we love it, and it's pretty good racing, so. That's actually, Jim Morton has won that race the past 2 seasons. Him and Zachary Rogers call that their best road course track on the circuit. Peter Sands solidifying himself in second, Peyton Goodwin leading. But now Eric Caralla leads. Eric Carralla's in third. Eric Caralla with one of his better runs of the season. Max Newworth up here. He won his first part-timers race. And remember, a part-timer wins a race. Automatic full-time ride where no matter where you finish in points. If you can show you can run with the Cup boys, you deserve to race full-time. Right now, Peyton Goodwin pulling away from Peter Sands. Not much else is going on. Except up here as Eric Caralla has pulled away in third. As Eric Caralla gets into the wall, Michael Parker did the same. Santos, Adam Rogers, Nico Tringali all going to fly by him. Michael Parker just lost a lot of positions. Peyton Goodwin continuing to just pull away from Peter Sands. It's obvious here who has the better car. Eric Caralla in third, Michael Santos in fourth. He hit the wall. Nico Tringali will take that fourth position. As Cody Russell is looking up here too. Cody Russell going to be driving for Chip Ganassi next season in the #1 Chevrolet. And that is going to be a full-time ride. Ooh, and Cody Russell got in the wall there. Everybody else is just trying to run laps here, but Peyton Goodwin's just putting on a show. Peyton Goodwin, maybe if a caution does not come out, Peyton Goodwin could win this race. I'm going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be back shortly. This is the GoPro 500 at Rockingham, UK. Caution flag is out yet again, so this could be the final pit stops today. Who does it involve? Looks like Kate Rogers might have gotten into something with somebody. So caution flag is out, and that's going to save a lot of drivers who were very far behind Peyton Goodwin, because Peyton Goodwin just kept pulling away from Peter Sands. So let's see what happened to Kate Rogers. This is the third time today something like this has happened. Max Newworth going to be the one to do it this time, but watch, this time Kate Rogers is somehow able to recover it, and she'll just end up losing grip anyway. She slides through the grass. She hits the wall a ton. Look at how much that car comes off the ground. And then she slid back across the grass, and she almost connects Sean Galligan. And then she slides into the wall yet again and was able to drive it on. So caution flag number 4 of the day. I'm not sure if she'll continue or not, but looks like we're going to restart with under 20 to go. Ready to go back, green flag racing. Here are your pit road casualties and other drivers out of the race. Sean Galligan, Kate Rogers, John Ayers, and Ryan Shea. Galligan hit the wall and Shea just barreled right into him. And then Linares hit the wall again. Peter Sands is now 18th. He did what John Linares did on the last caution, so Peter Sands probably not going to win this race today. So getting ready for the restart. Peyton Goodwin leading. Nico Tringali, no hood in second. Logan York in third. No hood, Nolan Bergeron in fourth. Allison Rogers fifth. Logan Scott with no hood in sixth. Adam Rogers seventh. Alan Cavanero eighth. Micah Kidney ninth. And Robert Rogers 10th. Michael Santos 11th. Cody Russell 12th. Max Newworth 13th. Michael Parker 14th. Eric Corolla 15th. Austin Elf 16th. Greg Lyons 17th. And Peter Sands 18th. So with 18 drivers in, a lot of them slow, I don't know how you could get another caution. Everybody pit. So we have 19 laps to go. And I think it's probably safe to say that I think Peyton Goodwin's going to win this race. Because there are just a lot of cars on the lead lap behind him that are slow. Green flag waves for hopefully the last time here at the GoPro 500. Logan York getting by Nico Tringali. Allison Rogers gets by as well. Adam Rogers seeming to get by too, but we had a lot of drivers here with no hoods. As Adam Rogers will get by Nico Tringali, and there is your top 4. Allison Rogers had a pretty good lap that time, and she will go by Logan York for second. Peyton Goodwin can see her in the mirror. But she slams into the wall when Peyton does not, and that's going to allow Peyton a lot of breathing room. So you can just see all the drivers up here that are fast. Look at Cody Russell slide up to the front, and I think it's safe to say if Cody Russell has no problems, he will still be the points leader. You're just passing a lot of cars with no hood or have been in accidents. As now Logan York hits the wall again, and that's going to allow Adam Rogers to go by safely into second, but Peyton Goodwin with now like a 1.5 second lead. Max Newworth coming up to the front. Michael Santos, you see there. Cody Russell. Nobody else is really fast. Everybody else is slow. There's Peter Sands. You can see he's running 32.4 lap time. He is not fast at all. And the caution is out. We got a wreck. Logan York spinning Michael Parker with a ton of damage. Somehow nobody hit Logan York. Caution out again. And I can't believe we have another caution. We are not coming back here next season. So that will be track number Boston 1, Riverside 2, WR Raceway 3, Bullet 4, Daytona Road Course 5, and Rockingham UK is track number 6. And possibly Puco, since Cavanero did not like it. So maybe we will not go there. I don't know, I'll think about it. Anyway, nobody's pitting, so let's see what happened to Logan York. So it's the same turn again. But Logan York does not get the same circumstance. He just plows right into the side of Allison Rogers. She hits the wall, and it's just gonna spin him out. Oh, look at Cody Russell slamming the brakes on the get by, and then Parker just has nowhere to go. We lose yet another chaser here. And I'm surprised none of those guys ran into Logan York. I think it's safe to say those two are done because I saw Logan York run out of gas. Let's get you to the restart. Hopefully the last one of the race. Ready to go, green flag racing with 11 laps to go. Michael Parker out of the race. Logan York now out of the race, no fuel. So 16 drivers left on the track. Peyton Goodwin leading, Adam Rogers second, Max Newirth in third, looking to maybe win this race. He'd be the second driver to be confirmed to be a full-timer since Sam Rogers won, and then I know Dion Scott won a race, but he didn't sign up. So his loss. So Newirth could end up being the second one to do so if he can get to the front. But Peyton Goodwin has had a strong car, fourth fastest on the board behind Chris Washer, who's done, and John Linares, who's done, and Michael Santos, who's fourth. Cody Russell, another chaser in fifth, looking to maybe extend his points lead with a win. Eric Caralla in sixth, another part-timer. Allison Rogers, seventh. Nolan Bergeron, eighth. Nico Tringali, ninth. And Robert Rogers, 10th. Pretty much everybody from eighth on back has damage. I mean, Eric Caralla has a lot of back-end damage, but he seems to be strong. 11 laps left to go in the GoPro 500. And I don't think we are ever coming back here again, because I don't like going down in percentages. If it's really good racing at 110%, you stay. But if they keep wrecking on that racing, then forget it. Just like I said, top 7, as you see Nolan Bergeron slowing people down. And look at Newirth trying to make a move on Adam Rogers. He backs out, and you can clearly see that we have 7 good drivers contending for a win. 10 laps to go here at Rockingham. Newirth's going to dive it down into the turn. He's going to make it stick. Newirth to second. Santos looking for third. Peyton Goodwin still leading, starting to pull away a little bit. Cody Russell moving up into the top 5. Up to 4th place. Did I see caution lights? No, I'm losing it. But there you can see it. Look at that. Top 7 drivers. Pulled away from everybody else as Michael Santos looks to take second from Newirth. And they're just letting Peyton Goodwin get away. Well, not really, actually. I'm surprised he has not been pulling away. These guys seem to be sticking it good. As Santos gets by the 65 car. 8 laps to go at the line. Cody Russell now looking for second place, the points leader. And he'll clear Michael Santos. Can he get time to close in on the 68? No, he hits the wall. Harala hits the wall. Adam Rogers is going to zoom by these drivers. All these drivers back here are running in the 32-second marks. One second lead now for Peyton Goodwin as the rest of these drivers continue to battle it out. Cody Russell looking to take back second place from Adam Rogers. A little thing there allows Max Newworth to catch up. Peyton Goodwin could be looking at a win to silence the drought and the critics. 6 laps to go. Cody Russell, Newworth, and Adam Rogers might start drafting it up here now. But Newworth looks like he wants to win. Newworth looking underneath Cody Russell for 2nd place. Newworth, who started 42nd to 2nd place. Cody Russell not allowing him any chances, though he fights back on the outside lane. Peyton's Goodwin lead dwindled that lap. 5 laps to go. Can they catch Peyton Goodwin? Newworth looks there, and then Cody Russell hits the wall, and I think that might solidify Peyton Goodwin's win there. Newworth will go by for 2nd place. Cody Russell can guarantee one thing. He is going to extend his points lead today. Peyton Goodwin leading now by 1.32 seconds. Santos in 5th. Allison Rogers 6th. The next chaser, Nolan Bergeron in 10th. Alston Alves in 11th. Logan Scott, Greg Lyons battling for 12th. Nico Tringali, Peter Sands, Cabanero are all back there. 3 laps to go for Peyton Goodwin, as now Newworth still getting a battle from Cody Russell, and you can see how much more they gained. They might still have a chance, but if they weren't battling, they would be gaining much, much faster. And I'm curious if Peyton Goodwin might be close to maybe running out of gas or not. Cody Russell clear into 2nd. 2 laps to go for Peyton Goodwin. He gains again after Newworth fell back. Cody Russell in 2nd, though, clearly in 2nd. Can he stay off the wall? He does, but Newworth and Adam Rogers got together, and they got on the wall, so it's down to Cody Russell to hunt down Peyton Goodwin in a lap. Santos gains ground here. He might try to get a top 3. White flags out for Peyton Goodwin. Even if Cody Russell doesn't win, this will definitely improve his points in the standings. No lap traffic will be caught. Coming through turn 4. One of the biggest Wreckfests of the season. Peyton Goodwin's gonna win the GoPro 500. Cody Russell, points leader, coming home 2nd. Max Newworth 3rd. Santos 4th. Adam Rogers 5th. Allison Rogers 6th. Micah Kennedy 7th. Nolan Bergeron 8th. Austin Alves 9th. And Robert Rogers 10th. And I think we might have had a wreck. Did we have a wreck on the last lap? No, I'm just imagining things, I guess. Congrats to Peyton Goodwin, and we will see you guys next week at Dubai.